The horror sequel The Black Phone 2, featuring the return of Ethan Hawke, Mason Thames, and Madeleine McGraw, is set for release in American and European theaters on October 17th. The film promises to continue the atmosphere of tension and fear, telling a new story that takes place 4 years after the events of the first film. Finn, the sole survivor of an encounter with inhuman evil, tries to rebuild his life, but a terrifying force from his past haunts him, and the ringing of the black phone once again heralds the approach of danger. This time, the dark threat targets Finn's younger sister, 15-year-old Gwen. She begins receiving ominous calls in her dreams and seeing disturbing visions of 3 boys haunted by a mysterious force at a winter camp called Alpine Lake. To end the nightmares and protect her brother, Gwen convinces Finn to travel to the remote camp, where they will uncover a terrifying connection between the Snatcher and their own family's secret. Finn, now 17, tries to find a normal life after the horrific events of his past, but the ghosts of his nightmares haunt him. Gwen, tenacious and determined, encounters the first signs of supernatural interference when the ringing of a black phone begins to haunt her dreams, and the visions lead to a camp where 3 boys are confronted by an unknown danger. During a severe winter storm, they find themselves face to face with an entity whose control over life and death becomes even more threatening than they could have imagined. The sequel screenplay is again written by Scott Derrickson and Robert Cargill, and the characters are based on the works of Joe Hill. Jason Blum, Derrickson, and Cargill are producing the film, with Joe Hill, Adam Hendricks, and Ryan Turek among the executive producers. The cast includes Academy Award nominee Damian Bitcher as the camp's caretaker, Oriana Rivas as his niece, Miguel Mora as the brother of one of the Snatcher's victims, and Jeremy Davies, returning as Terrence, the father of Finn and Gwen. New additions include Maeve Beattie and Graham Abbey, who add fresh perspective to the film's tense atmosphere. Ethan Hawke reprises one of the most sinister roles of his career, while Mason Thames and Madeleine McGraw return as Finn and Gwen. Director and screenwriter Scott Derrickson maintains the dark and unsettling atmosphere of the original, blending familiar horror with new elements of supernatural tension.